Alright, hey guys, here's this video with this fan with commentary. So yeah, here's a 52-inch Harbor Breeze Builders Best Ceiling fan. Now, I'm filming with 1080p at 60 flashes per second now, so some people might think it's 30 because sometimes they think it's not good Wi-Fi. So, here it is. These are kind of a childhood fan of mine because I know there was I think I might have had a friend named Jason that actually had these in his old house. He had a couple I think maybe craft made or something with rounded blades. Maybe it could be Beverly Hills. I don't know. I know I tried turning those two fans on and they wouldn't, and then mommy wouldn't let me because it's winter time. So yeah. And I couldn't reach these fans by then because I was a kid. So yeah. And they had, when I went down into the basement, they had like two of these, but I was playing with one and I snapped the whole chain off. And it was stuck on high speed. And another one, I didn't, it still works. The one in the office, in the office number one, there's another one in office number one. And another one in in Jason's second room, I believe, and another one in the guest room, I believe, and one in the office number two. And there was one in the bathroom. I was afraid to turn that on because the canopy was off and it had a very bent blade, and I was worried that the blade would break off. So I'm gonna turn this on. And actually, there was a lot of YouTube. I've seen the black one on YouTube. I know, who, there was this kid, I really like this fan. This is a childhood fan. It's normally just a cheap builder, but the childhood fan, the Harbor Breeze Classic 2, I don't like those fans. I don't like classic style 2 because those are very common. And you know those fans are very common. I explained in some of my videos. The Harbor Breeze Classic 2, that is everywhere. People are just always buying them. Just like back in the 1980s, these 56-inch Dayton Ring fans were everywhere. But even in even in restaurants, the Harbor Breeze Classic Style 2 is everywhere. I'm gonna go to medium now. And Hampton Bay Farmingtons are everywhere. And Littletons are everywhere too. The Littletons definitely junk. Because you know what happened one time? Sometimes is that sometimes the blade can snap off and injure someone, and while it was running on high for Fan Freak. I don't know, Fan Freak used to be on YouTube, and he had a Littleton, and the blade snapped off and flew on him. Middleton's just like Littleton, but Middleton's 5-blade Littleton. Kennesaw could be another variation of the Littleton. How about, what other fans are common everywhere? Newer Dayton Industrials. Those are definitely everywhere. Providence Zoo actually had them. Had 36-inch ones in one area, and I went in another area and had a Newer Dayton, and, those older ones with the, leading edge ones. That's why I don't. So it's clicking noise. I don't like the newer Daytons. The newer, just junky made ones like those newer Dayton Industrials, 5NP models, or some 5NP, I believe. I don't like those ones. I just like the 4C, 3C, 3C690s are the 48-inch 3-speed ones. 3C691 is the 56-inch 3-speed one. And the 3C690, I believe, as the newer one with the, is the later one. 3C690 is the one with the ring fan motor. Now I'm gonna go to high. 4C, 852, I might think, is a 52-inch, is a 52-inch one? No, 36-inch one. 4C 853 is a 48-inch one. 4C 854 is a 56-inch one. This thing wobbles pretty bad. Actually, it's 3 screws. Pretty shallow blade pitch. Because sometimes it's going to be very hard to take the blades on and off if the screws are way too tight. I know Will Howell had one of these with, which is actually formerly Fan Guy 21. I used to watch his videos all the time. And I like them. And he actually had a black builder's vest. And he actually liked it. But now later it's called the classic style. I don't know. And these harsh environment ones, I forgot. But back in like 2000, like 90s or 2000s, these ring fans started to disappear, and replacing them with these later ones with the edgy blades. Edgy. And the stamped steel motor with the newer date and with the 90 with the probably like 1991 these started to come out, or 1990 I believe. I know 89 they probably discontinued the ring fan models or the cast Dayton models, like, and I really like the older cast harsh environment. The cast harsh environment one, those are very cool. I know Bonkers actually had one, but they had mostly these stamped Daytons, the leading edge, not the newer ones, the leading edge ones, but they had a couple gold lines and Verifan gold lines, but those died, so they replaced them with newer Daytons, and I don't care for those. But the Dayton leading edge models, those are starting to become collector likeables, because they're starting to get replaced with, they're starting to get disappear. And Ring Fan is a collector model, but Ring Fan, those were everywhere back in 1980, before the Harbor Breeze Classic. Oh, Hampton Bay Huntington 2 and 3, those are very common. Hampton Bay Huntington 2. What else? Architect. I don't know what other fans are common. How about the Casablanca 4 Seasons 3? I know some people like the Casablanca 4 Seasons 3. Oh, I forgot to reverse it. Low reverse. Almost could have hit our Christmas light. I thought that was a ticking song before. Anyways. Hampton Bay Glendales, those are everywhere. And the Landmark is everywhere too. Landmark. no, not Landmark 2, Landmark 3. Those, Jack Patterson 7's, no, Mr. Horsepower 7, actually, Mr. Horsepower 7's grandparents actually had them in the fitness room. Had one in this fitness room, and it kept the blades kept getting loose and breaking off. And one time the original blade sagged. And one time the chain broke on it. So they just had to put it on a remote and went medium, low, low, off. And then he rewired it, put a new chain in it, and just went high, 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 off. That's what happened to the Hampton Bay Quick Connect in the old playroom. I used to play with that fan too much. I broke the chain off of that one, and I put a new chain on it and went high, 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 off. And then the playroom got remodeled because they did a lazy job building it, and it was originally a sun porch, and that originally had some white fan, and they put a new family room in its place. The new family room actually has a chandelier. Here's medium. And then you put it on the remote and just wired it straight high, and then the blade, one of the blades got loose, and one time it injured him, and he almost had to go to the hospital, and it fell off because it was too loose, and while it was running on low, fell off. And that was very scary. That's why Mr. Horsepower 7 on his Destroying Cheap Ceiling Fans game in Roblox had Hampton Bay Landmarks, a lot of Medelis, because he hates the Medeli. And because one time at school, I almost killed him. And at school, the receiver actually fried on it, and it almost caught on fire, and it could have killed him. But it didn't kill him, which is very good. I wish his school had the how about Casablanca? I think Panama would be better than the Hampton Bay, than the 40 and 42 or 4 seasons of the 40-inch blades. That would definitely be better than the those crap Medelis. It's crap Medelis. There's high. It wobbles a lot in reverse. By the way, guys, and all of a sudden, I turned it off, and I know, Granddad actually had Hampton Bay Landmarks in his room, and a Hunter, his rental house in Falmouth. Back when their old house in Falmouth, it's a gray house, and then the blade broke, and then the blade was loose on that. It could have been a Halsey ceiling fan. Or maybe a earlier Landmark with white and brass with a replacement light kit. Or by his new house, then they had a Hunter Stratford and Hampton Bay Landmarks, but they had a 42-inch one. And sometimes those ones buzz and wobble like hell. But I know Fans Houses, etc. has one, and one of them doesn't buzz, but still wobbles a little bit on high and medium. But doesn't wobble on low. But in his laundry room, I don't know about his laundry room, but one of them buzzes terribly. I know Wearing Fan Guy actually had one, and that one buzzed terribly. So yeah, that's telling the story about the fans. What else? I can't. I have to yell because the furnace is on. Sometimes the hot water furnace went on the winter too much in the winter, but sometimes we still need hot water for the washer and the sinks and the showers. And by the way, and actually, Hunter Original. So, but Mr. Hosspower 7 actually replaced his grandma's weight room fan with a Hunter Original, which always are better. Which actually the Hunter Original would be better than the Hampton Bay, those crap Medelis. Which actually, Mr. Hosspower 7 actually did Jack Patterson 7 the Medeli hater one time. Because he hates the Hampton Bay Medeli. Because those burn. And he actually uses, in Roblox, he uses weapons to blow them up. To blow Hampton Bay Medelis up. And that's actually a $110 fan that just breaks down a lot. I don't know why. So yeah. These fans. Actually, most sheep builder fans are actually terrible because sometimes their blades can break off. But this one's great. And the Hampton Bay Quick Connect's also great too. But sometimes they can call them Contractor Edition too. Because they're for builders to install. Because they're quick install. Because they don't want to get confused with the quick install Huntington. The quick install, send it back to forward. And quick install, that's what the fan guy 21 used to say. Send it back to forward. And then Huntington quick install. And they don't want to get confused with the Huntington Quick Connect, the Contractor Edition, Reddington. That's why earlier days it's called the Contractor Edition, but sometimes one time when they discontinued the Huntington and just only sold the Quick Contractor Edition, they renamed it the Quick Connect. And they actually discontinued the Quick Connect and actually replaced it with the Farmington. That's what they call it, the Farmington. And then those are the Farmingtons everywhere. So yeah, the white one was very common. I actually really like the bronze one. The bronze one was actually my playroom. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching and have a good day.